Hello everybody, Big Beardy back again with another video, and today we're going to go through my goals and achievements I want to try and hit for 2021. Now, I do this every year. I write down a list of things that I want to try and hit, and then they are targets for me to aim at. They're very overarching. They're not in much detail, but they sort of give me a blueprint of what I want to try and do for the year. Now, these goals and achievements are very attainable. They're hard, but they're not too hard. You want to be actually able to do them, and I try and look at them as a bare minimum for the year. Now, last year, they a lot of them went out the pan with everything that happened, and this year, 2021, we've started with a lockdown. It started harder than it has last year, but I think it will get better. So here we go. I've got three different categories, 5 goals for 3 different categories, and these 3 categories are sort of the main things in my life at the moment that I'm trying to achieve or push forward with. One is obviously the YouTube and everything. It's now sort of my side hustle, as it were. It's not making me any money yet. I haven't made a penny, but I really enjoy it, and it's something that I want to obviously push forward. Number 2 is obviously my job, the courier industry, what I want to achieve in that in this year. And my third one is personal life. Certain things I want to change about myself or want to do more of. So I've got 5 for each of them. Let's get into it. We'll start with the YouTube because they're real quick goals, and I can just flick them off. So number 1. Number 1 is actually something I've started yesterday, which was get my second channel up and running. Go check it out. It's called The Big Beardy Show, or Big Beardy Show. I'll put a link down below. But yeah, it's completely different with this. This is business. That is pleasure. So if you get a chance, go and have a look at it. If you like it, you do. If you don't, you don't. I don't mind. But yeah, go give it a check out. So that was number 1. Number 2, I want to get 3,000 subscribers on both my channels, minimum. I think that's very attainable. I've got what? 1,200, just over 1,200 on this channel in less than a year, so I think I can get to 3,000. Problem with obviously this channel is it's a very niche audience, so it's hard to get those subscribers, but I've got confidence in myself. Next, make over £100 per month on both channels, so £200 a month. I would love to get to that point. That's what, £2,400, 2,400 a year, which would be really nice pocket money. If you think of a second job that you can get that makes you a little bit extra cash, it's worth it. Next up, learn how to edit. I want to learn how to edit so I can give you guys better content. Pretty simple one. And last of all, get one of my videos to over 20,000 subscribers. I think my top video has around 8,000 subscribers, 8,000 views. I want to get one of my videos over 20,000 views. So that's the YouTube. Real simple, real easy. They're the goals for that. Like I said, they're very overarching and very attainable. So as the year goes on, when I complete a goal, I add another goal. But that's sort of the minimum I want to hit for this year. Right, let's get into the good stuff. The courier driving stuff. What do I want to try and achieve for this year for my business? So first of all is more customers. And what I mean by more customers is I have 2 different type of customers. I have what I call shipper customers, who are shippers who give me lots of work. I've got 4 or 5 that phone me regularly, and I mean like weekly, try to give me work. So I call them my shipper customers, but I want more of my customers. I've only got a few. I've got like 3. No, I've got 4, but one is like once a year he gives me a job, so he's got very little work. But I've got 3, which give me a bit, but not as. Obviously, they do not fill out my week. So I want to get to the point where I'm less relying on apps and shippers and more relying on my own business. So like I said, when I started this channel, I'm still growing as a business. I know what I'm doing, but I'm still growing as a business. So I want to grow that side of my business, having my own customers. This was a goal for last year, but that got put on hold very quick when lockdown came in. Just trying to get a new customer during lockdown, I think, was near impossible. If anyone did manage it, well done. There were opportunities that popped up, though, that I know about, which like auction houses and stuff like that. So there is always opportunity out there. Next one, number 2, is increase my profit margin. I think that's the goal for every business every year. Just increase your profit margin. So obviously that means how much you actually take home, the cash in your back pocket without expenditures and all that. I did all right last year. I really did. Despite everything that happened, I kept working through the lockdown, which was difficult. Um, and I probably did. I did about the same as the year before, despite everything. Maybe a little bit less. I haven't gone through the figures yet. I've still got a tax return I need to send. I should have done that already. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. So, but I want to this year. I really want to increase that. Number 3, I want to try and get into different types of work. Try and do more sort of house clearances, maybe small flat removals. You can't really do houses with long wheelbases unless you're doing multiple trips. You know, house removals, house clearances, auction stuff. I want to try and broaden my horizon. I'm quite neat put into one place at the moment. I do multi drops and I do same day. That's about it. I do the odd job, which is different stuff, but not a lot. But I want to try and broaden those horizons. Maybe get more local stuff so I'm not travelling as much. That would be great. Oh, excuse me. Number 4, I want to have a bigger online presence, which might sound silly because I'm on YouTube, but Big Beardy's on YouTube. My business isn't on YouTube. I don't advertise my business on here. But I want my business to have a much bigger online presence, which will help increase customers, different work. You would have multiple functions. So that's one big thing I really want to do. Get more on, get a better website, get a bit bigger on Facebook, Instagram, all these other things. So that's a major one actually. And the 5th one is network more. I just want to get out there. I network quite a lot already. But I sort of like it, again, the one thing that YouTube's done is I network a lot, but I network as Big Beardy, not as my business. So I need to sort of flip that on its head a little bit so I'm making more money. So they're my 5 for the year. Like I said, very simple, very achievable. Some of those, it's like, how do you actually measure if you've done it successfully? That's something you have to sort of do yourself and figure out yourself, which I will. Obviously, if you're doing this, you've got to figure that out for yourself as well. But yeah, very achievable goals there. You see what I'm saying? And last of all, my personal goals. These are things that I want to do, change about myself or my health or my relationships. So first of all, I did all right last year. I lost a bit of weight, and then like the last 2 months it all went down the shitter. After I did that Goggins challenge, which was great. I lost weight doing that, and then since then I've had a real bad heel problem, which if you watch my videos regularly you'll know about, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And I haven't been able to run. I've been on bikes and stuff, but so I've basically put the weight back on. So my first personal goal is I want to lose at least £1 a week. So throughout the year I should lose a few stone if I do it that way. It's achievable. It might sound like a very low weight, but I've done it before where I've lost weight and I've lost huge chunks of weight within, like in a month I've lost 1.5 stone, and then the next month I've gained it all back so I think a slower approach might be better. But yeah, lose at least £1 a week. So but this time next year when I do this video I will be a lot lighter, hopefully. Let's have a look. Be more social was one of mine. I this year especially has brought to light, but haven't seen my friends much at all. Couple of times. Obviously lockdown was a massive factor in that, but I want to be more social. I want to do more with my kids, with my family. I want to get out and meet my friends more and meet more people in my local community. I don't have one of the things when you're on the road all the time is you don't really build up those strong friendships in work. There's no work friendships really because you're always on the road, and it's a very solid trying to think of the word now, but you're on your own all the time. So it's very difficult to build friendships. So that's something I want to try and do this year. Get more social, meet some new people. Obviously not right now because we're in a lockdown, but going forward. So number 2. Number 3, I want to sort out all my health issues. I've got a few. Like I said, my heel, I want to get that fixed so it's no more pain. I've still got a bad back. I want to try and get that fixed. Weight is obviously one, and I've got a couple of little things. I've got to get to the dentist because I've got a bloody hole in my tooth. It doesn't hurt, but it's going to. So I've got a lot of little niggling. I'm doing it again. I did this in the last video. Niggling issues that I want to get sorted so that I'm a lot healthier, a lot fitter, and I feel like I can go do the things I want to do. And it helps with work If you feel good, you'll work better. Let's have a look. Fourth one for personal is I wanted to start a hobby, which is relaxing. In my life, I'm go, 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 go. I never stop, and I wanted to do something that was relaxing. I started it over Christmas. I've started basically painting miniatures. Basically sit at this desk, audiobook on, and paint miniatures. It might sound a bit daft. It might sound like something a lot of people wouldn't enjoy, but I started it and I'm really enjoying it. It's very relaxing, and it just slows my life down a little bit. And I think that was very important because I didn't have that in my life at all. I was constantly going, and I was getting stressed, and I was getting worried, and I never had a minute just to stop and relax. So I've started doing that. There you go. So I've started that hobby. I'm going to keep that going, and I might show you some of the results when they actually look half decent. So next up and last, and this is probably the most important, and this is why we do what we do, and we work hard and do all the things, you know, we're out on the road and all those other things. But there's one thing that we often neglect, and it's something I'm going to work really hard on this year, and that's spend more time with my family doing family things, not just being at home. There's a difference. A lot of the time I'll work hard, I'll get home, I'm at home, I'm sat in front of the TV watching whatever shit film, and yeah, I'm with my family, but I'm not spending quality time. I think the key word there is quality time. So this year I'm going to make a big effort to spend quality time with my family when this bloody lockdown disappears, taking them out more, going to see more things, being a family. Because last year there was, despite the lockdown, I was still working for most of it, and for most people it's very hard to spend quality time with your family. Yes, you could play board games and do stuff interactive with your family, but we weren't able to go out and see stuff and experience things with our family. So this year, that is a big goal of mine, going out and spend quality time with my family. So they're my 5 simple goals. Like I said, they're very simple, very overarching. There's no in details to this. There's a couple of little ones like hit 10,000 or 20,000 views on a video. That's very sort of deadline. But the rest is sort of something just to work towards and should be very achievable. So this is how I sort of track if I'm going in the right direction. Like some of these goals I might have done in a month or 2 months. So then I add another goal. But they are very achievable goals. It's how I keep track of what I'm doing. It might help you, might not. You might have your own system, but this is what I do. So hopefully this will help some people. You can have a think of how you want to do it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my new channel. Like I said, it dropped yesterday. There's going to be, I'm just going to keep dropping videos on it. It's just a bit of fun. Go check it out. And as always, be safe out there and have a great day.